So the Absolute Universe has finally seen its Trinity fully formed. We got Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman back in October, and earlier this week we got our first issue of Absolute Superman, and I gotta say, it has potential. Now, truthfully, of the released Absolute Universe titles, this one is definitely my least favorite, so let's get right into why that is. We get introduced to Absolute Krypton before its destruction, of course, and the new class system. Class is extremely important on this new Krypton, to the point you have to wear your class symbol at all times. So instead of different houses, it's all class-based symbols, and the red sun is the symbol of the Science League, the elite ruling class of Krypton. And then we get the traditional House of L Superman symbol that we all know, being now on Absolute Krypton, the Labor Guild symbol, and lowest on the hierarchy scale. So if you were a server, janitor, a farmer, or any type of like blue-collar worker, you wore that symbol and you were seen as pretty much scum by the elites. Not like in real life, of course, but I do actually really like that change. I think it's interesting. I like that the ruling class is represented by the red sun, which is the thing that literally keeps Kryptonians powerless. I like that type of allegory. We see Lara and Jor-El, Superman's parents, as both incredibly intelligent and competent laborers who could have been a part of the ruling class if they had just kept their mouths shut and their opinions to themselves. Again, no correlation with reality there. With Lara being a mechanic and Jor-El being a geologist who is once again trying to warn Krypton of its imminent destruction, he meets the ultimate corporate wiener rider in the League of Middle Management man, who tries to press him about getting his men back to work until shit hits the fan, and well, he gets what he fucking deserves. Basically the Karen manager combo League of Elite Ball Lickers, okay, which is a crazy class to belong to and have to wear that symbol of like, oh yeah, that's
you are the ones who are the ball lickers.
But they do exist in real life, so again, I appreciate the allegory. I also really like the part where a farmer is going off on how they legit have a subscription to Rain that they pay hella for, and it still sucks. You know, anybody who has Disney Plus understands, but I do like most of the time that we spend on Krypton and the new ideas that they're exploring. The problem I have with this book, which I feel is kind of a big deal, is that we don't really spend as much time with Superman, and I don't think his parts are all too interesting. So when we finally get to Earth, we are in Brazil, and we see a town of coal miners being commissioned by a company called Lazarus Corp, who has them mine in very unsafe conditions. This is all being oversaw by the Peacemakers, which just shows the show's impact. But basically, Superman has been laying low, moving to different places on Earth, helping people like this. But when the Peacemakers catch on, he blows his cover and he starts whooping ass. And he has this like AI called Soul that I guess is part of his suit and assists him in battle and can kind of like configure things around him. I'm guessing that's where his cape is going to come from. But that was a thing that I think threw off major aura points for me. Like, bro, where's the damn cape? It does so much work. I actually really mess with this design, and honestly, I love the Absolute Superman logo. I like how the S really fills the room in the shield and the points on the end of the S. Honestly, I think it could be like a top 5 Superman symbol. He ends up getting captured by Absolute Lois, who works for the company, which we find out is run by Brainiac, so I am looking forward to seeing how that develops. The problem I find is I feel I still don't know like basic things about this Superman all that well. I feel like I got to know Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman pretty decently, but I think cause most of the book is Krypton and coal miners and not filling us in on who this Kal is, at least on like a personal level. So I feel like I'm at a deficit with this character, whereas the other members of the Trinity, I have a pretty decent foundational understanding of them. With Superman of this universe, it's like I feel like I'm gonna have to make up some ground, but there are a lot of elements that I am intrigued by, like the Krypton class system, the state of Absolute Earth, at least Superman's pocket, like what's going on with Absolute Metropolis. How long has he been on Earth? How will him being a young child who got to experience Krypton affect his personality and character, especially with no Kents? Like, where are the Kents? You know, in what way are they going to be used in this story? So I have a lot of things that I'm curious to know more about, but I feel that some of those things are about the character and I shouldn't really have to wait on them. But I trust Jason Aaron can deliver. He wrote Thor God of Thunder, so I'm not really one to doubt him. All the allegory is pretty on point, and I'm liking how this Superman is the symbol for the working class, the people of steel. Very nice touch. It's good Hope Core type shit. So I'm just excited for more. Rafa Sandoval and Ulysses Ariola's coloring really carried the book since it's absolutely gorgeous. There is hope, absolute hope for Absolute Superman yet, but we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts and predictions on Absolute Superman, where you think the story is going, who do you think is going to pop up next, where they're taking it. I'm all ears. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. watching. I hope all of you guys are well, and I will see you in the next one.